their script.
And some directors are open to discussion and collaboration,
right?
And some aren't. And I know for me, every line a character said is there for a reason and serves a story point. And if you go changing my words, I may not have a movie because we lost a plot point somewhere.
Oh yeah.
So I need my words as I wrote them.
Yeah.
Once we get that down, if we have time, maybe we improv. And a lot of times what I like to do is if I feel a scene is stiff or something, I'll have the actors improv and then go into it.
Mm-hmm.
So that they're fluid and it becomes.
That's important to get the right energy.
Yeah.
In the right direction.
So much. So
that's important, man. I promise you. I mean, you can have your segment, you can have your words. The words are on the paper, and you're right. They were written with a certain point of view, a certain feeling to them, but you have to bring them to life. Mm-hmm. You have to give them that person. So if you adopt a true personality of that character, then you're able to say, this is how that person would say, mm-hmm. Are you okay? Not just say, are you okay? You say, are you okay? Are you okay? Because I'm okay. Whatever it is, whatever that different personality is, then I agree. And it's a challenge, but I guess that's what separates people that are willing to go to meet the challenge,
right?
And people that just want to be like, it's not right. Change the words. Yeah. So that was funny that you mentioned that because I had the audacity. Needless to say, I didn't get the part.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah.
Needless to say, I didn't get the part, but it was just the sentence structure was soft to me. It was too many syllables. He was like a jazz player, mm-hmm. And he was trying to. And the section I was supposed to be reading was basically a monologue, mm-hmm. And it was too complicated for a monologue.
Yeah,
I was like, anyway, but she was like, well, he's very intelligent and he's sophisticated. And imagine him with the Kango hat and a cigar, and I'm just like, I tried. So anyway, so that's on the screenplay aspect. Let me show you this. Don't laugh at me about this. I'm an amateur.
Imagination Studio 2.
That's right. So this is my editing software.
Okay.
What do you use to edit?
I am all Apple based, so I have a Final Cut Studio.
Final Cut,
so
that's the bomb.
All the edits in Final Cut. I do
you use
sounds.
Final Draft? That's the name of the one, the scripting?
That's a good program. I actually use Movie Magic Screenwriter.
Okay, Movie Magic Screenwriter.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're very similar, and
all
I've been using that for years, and it's natural to me, so I keep with that.
Good deal. So you use your Mac, and you use Final Cut. Mm-hmm. You've been using it forever.
Yeah.
So why have I been so resistant to move over to the Mac and try Final Cut?
I was a PC guy for years, and all my graphic designer friends were saying you need to switch to Mac, and I every time I went to buy a computer, I think, I should get a Mac now to need a new computer. And then I couldn't do it. I couldn't bring myself to make the change because I always had excuses. I got software, I got this, I don't know it, And then finally I said, look, I'm tired of the problems that I'm having with my PCs. I'm tired of the incompatibility issues.
It's true.
Not said that there's not great PCs out there.
Because I think I have a great PC, but I already have to restart twice.
Yeah. And so I bit the bullet, and I got a Mac, and I've never looked back since.
Yeah.
And then now with Spirit Camp, I would not have been able to do this stuff without a Mac. Because we were so integrated. Like I took it from Final Cut. I went to After Effects to do. You can run After Effects on a PC.
Okay.
But I went to After Effects for all of my effects work. Brought it back in. I did my score in Logic 8, and I did all my sound design in Soundtrack Pro, and we mixed the film in 5.1 surround sound.
Sweet.
Within Soundtrack Pro.
Before you get off the sound, how did you capture your sound? Did you do the separate mic and the audio recorder?
Yeah, I've got a really great mic, boom mic that would capture sound on set 4.
Okay.
We shot on the Panasonic HBX 200, which is an HD camera, and it's got really great audio. So we were able to run straight into camera.
Really?
And I mixed on the camera. Boom mic and a camera.
Sweet.
I didn't use an external mixing board. I know a lot of people do that, but I didn't need it. I was riding the level myself, and as I was operating, and to me it sounded cleaner than when I've had guys come in with a boom mic, external mixer, and then plug in the camera.
Right.
And it sounded better to my ear.
Because actually, that's what kind of scared me. I was talking to Stormy about being her backup guy, her backup video external sound source. And then you actually have to match it up with the movie.
You have to sync it, yeah. If you're gonna do that, you know what I would use the just flip on the on-camera audio so you have a temp track, a guide
Right.
track.
Okay.
Then when you take your external audio,
Mhm.
you come in and there's a program called Pluralize,
Pluralize.
and then that'll sync your sound up. You're gonna go ahead and do it the old-fashioned way and slate, so you have that
Mm-hmm.
clapboard slate, so you can sync your
That's the
clapboard.
closest thing I have to a slate.
All you gotta
It's
do
a gyrate
yeah,
marker.
all you gotta do is like write your scene,
Right.
your take,
Right.
you know, roll speed on your audio, slate your deal, and clap it so you have a visual.
Right.
And
And when
an
the scene
audio.
starts and when it stops.
Yeah, so when the
Oh, that's
so
what
you
the
can
audio is for?
That's what
I mean, that's what the clap is for?
clap's for, so you can go in and line up that waveform at the point that clapboard hits.
I got you.
And then you can, I mean, that's old school,
Yeah.
you know, but Pluralize will do it. Pluralize will analyze the waveform, match it up with the one that's on your on-camera temp track, and you're good to go.
I'm trying to pull up this microphone setup here. I had a photo of it, but I don't see it really right quick. But yeah, when I was out with Joe Giuseppe,
Yeah.
this is what I do, and this is why I've held you captive here for 2 hours. I soak up information, man.
Sure.
I'm a sponge. My brother called me SpongeBob. He says because of the way I laugh, and then secondly because I always try to remember and soak up information from people. When I was out with Joe Giuseppe, we were out on Lars, the movie Lars.
All right, Lars the emo kid.
That's right, Lars the emo kid, and it was hot outside, so he had his cover. He was protecting his camera,
Mhm.
and he was spraying it with the air cleaner
Yeah.
to keep it cool. So that was something that I learned. And secondly, he had the boom mic and the audio capture,
Mhm.
you know, a different recorder. So that's what I was trying to show you a picture of.
Yeah.
So I took a picture. I was like, I needed a price. It was like $300. So, and I was like, I need to step my game up if I'm going to shoot. But
There's
I
certain
know
things
it's
that
a
you don't
challenge.
want to skip on,
Yeah.
and sound is one of them. You know,
Yeah, and
you
that's-
want to get good sound. you
And
know.
I've taken the time to listen to 2 different shootings
Yeah.
with different sounds. Because I'm always using the on-camera sound.
Yeah,
Microphone.
I mean, you definitely need to
You know.
get a good shotgun, get a good shock mount for the shotgun, and a windscreen,
Right.
and a good boom pole.
Okay.
And you know that's worth its weight in gold. I mean, and those things get really pricey when you start getting up to the top of the line.
Mhm.
But you know, it's worth it
It is.
for the sound quality and just yeah. I mean, I used to use a Sennheiser 416, and that's pretty much the industry standard. I use that a lot. Then I found a Sanken CS3E, and I like that a little
I
bit
think,
better.
yeah.
The Sanken.
Is it gray? Or
It's
is
kind
it-
of
is it
black
handheld?
gray. No, it's about this long.
Oh,
You
okay.
put it in a shock mount and
See, this
yeah.
This is it right here. I'm gonna show it to you. This is what I was trying to pull up.
Mhm.
And so.
Oh, that's the audio recorder. Yeah, but
Right.
you're still gonna need an external mic to go into that.
Right. Yeah. I'm gonna do that the mic from a different.
Yeah, that's
photo.
just a digital recorder.
So that is what he was. This is a setup right here.
Yeah, that's it.
So that's the one that would he plug that into the camera or not?
You can
it
plug
captures
that
by itself,
You
right?
can plug that into the camera, or you can plug it in the external. Well, no, he's shooting on the Canon.
Yeah, he was
cameras.
shooting
No,
the camera
so with that camera, you need an external audio.
because he didn't have any sound on there. And
Right.
There's no microphone.
Well, there's a microphone, but the inputs are not
Mm.
quite
Okay.
pro audio.
And you were shooting with the Panasonic.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, so you had like the wide screen. I'll ask you this, and sorry, like, first of all, I want to thank y'all for tuning into the Tilo Show. We're getting into technical aspects of movie shooting because I love having somebody to talk to about it. So, Carrie, MC, Wednesday night, 8:30 to 10:30. We'll be right here. We were talking about capturing the audio. I was just thinking about the aspect because you're talking about shooting with the Panasonic. So, as opposed to shooting with, I don't know if you can see that Handycam box, that HDR SR11, as opposed to shooting with that and shooting with the Panasonic, what you actually capture and the way it comes out is something that I've always wondered. And I don't want to tell you the sad story behind this, but this is the camera that I was shooting with, shooting everything with. But is this lens versus the Panasonic, is this enough? Do you need a wider lens? Do you need the square lens? Like, how much does that affect the final product as far as like the 16:9 ratio, whatever?
Oh, well, you're talking about aspect ratios?
Yeah, like, you know, because you want to have the full screen as opposed, I don't know, I mean.
Well, see, like, you know, all of your HD television sets are 16:9,
Right.
and so I would recommend anybody shooting to shoot
Just shoot.
shoot
yeah,
16:9, shoot HD.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I think it's right now distributors are not acquiring standard def product. So,
Oh yeah.
So if you go out and shoot your movie, make sure you shoot it in HD.
Yeah, that's
One of the first questions you'll ask you, did you shoot in true HD? And you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
And shoot 16:9.
Mm-hmm.
Now some people will try to shoot in the 235 format.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to the movie, you see the super wide screen.
Right.
That's really an aesthetic choice, especially when you're shooting on an HD camera. So.
Okay.
But
So that's when you have the black at the top and the black at the
yeah,
bottom.
yeah, because they're so wide, even on 16:9. But I just, for simplicity's sake, I'm gonna shoot all my projects in 16:9 until I move up to like Panavision where I'm shooting 235.
Yeah. So that's okay. Yeah, because I was always wondering about that finished product. How it looks, and within Imagination, it's basically called Vegas Movie Studio.
Yeah, Vegas. Okay.
Yeah. Within there, you can adjust some of it, but of course you have to have the right quality because otherwise.
It's the old saying, garbage in, garbage out.
Exactly.
So, and one of the things I like to do is shoot my images as nice and as clean as I can.
Right.
And if you want to affect it later, you can.
Right.
Go in with a clean image.
We were talking about earlier how affordable it is to shoot in HD. So with the Nikon DSLR, like he has the D90.
Right.
And it has a video feature on it.
Uh-huh.
So would that be equal, just to shoot with the Canon like Joe's doing, or because I'm thinking that we could shoot with that.
Each one of those cameras has their own specs on the sensor and has different strong points, and I don't really know enough